Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. My project today uses the sweet strawberry stamp set and the strawberry builder punch, which is finally back in stock, so I'm so happy to be able to do a project with it. This comes as a bundle, so you get the 10% discount when you buy them together as a bundle. This gift box has French Macaroons inside. Now these are really tiny ones. I was shocked when I went to the bakery. They were $2.50 each. Because I know at TJ Maxx and Marshall's you can get ones that are a little bit larger, and it's like $5.99 for like 8 of them in there. So, but this is fresh from the bakery, so hopefully they did make them and they're not the type that they just bring in. But I made this box 2 by 2 by 3.5, so if yours are a little bit bigger, they will still fit in here. Alrighty. Okay, I used the Sweet Strawberry bundle, the Designer Series paper, the 6x6 in color for 21 to 23, and some soft Seafoam cardstock. Alrighty, so let's get started and let me show you what we need. We need a piece of soft Seafoam cardstock that is 8.5 by 8, a piece of basic white for stamping. We need 3 pieces of the Designer Series paper that is 1 7/8 by 3 3/8. Now you could put one on the bottom if you want to, but I didn't. Actually, I didn't have enough paper in this design, so I decided not to. Put that down. Alrighty, so you need 3 that are 3 3/8 by 1 7/8, and 2 that are 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. And you also need a piece of window sheet that is 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. Alright. Okay, so let's get started with our cardstock. I'm going to get my Simply Scored, and we're going to be starting on the 8.5 inch side. And we're going to score at 1/2, oops, 2.5, 4.5, and 6.5. Then we're going to turn it to the 8 inch side, and we're going to score at 2, 5.5, and 7.5. Alright. Okay, I'm just going to fold and burnish. It is 1 week until I get a peek at the new mini catalog for the fall, and I will order as soon as they let us, and then I will be showing you some of the new things for the fall. Alright, so now once we fold and burnished it, I want you to put it so that the skinny rectangles are on the left hand side and at the top. Right, and this is what we want to do. I also forgot to mention that we're using the Tasteful Label dies for this die here in the middle that makes the window. Alright, so it's not hard. It looks like it might be a little hard, but it's not too hard. So let's just start with the bottom first. And we're going to get rid of this lower rectangle and wedge up into the rectangle above it. So just cut that straight and then wedge it right there up. Right, now this next one, we're going to cut straight on one side. Then we're going to cut about 1/2 inch off the bottom and wedge it. This is going to be one of our tabs that we just shortened up a little so it doesn't really, it takes care of the bulk. Alright, now this one we're going to leave alone and have straight on the other side also. Then we're going to cut this one here and cut 1/2 inch off the bottom and then wedge it. Okay, so that's what we've been doing so far. And then this one stays straight also. Okay, so now we're going to turn it around so that the skinny rectangles are on the bottom towards us and the right hand side. Alright, now we're going to take off this square and this rectangle, and we're going to wedge the other side of this piece of the skinny rectangle. Okay, now we're going to cut this straight. We're going to cut off this whole piece of rectangle here, plus another 1/2 inch off of the square there. And we're going to wedge it. Okay, so that's what that looks like right now. This is going to be our side flap, so just make sure that it's nice and straight on both sides. Okay. This one here, we're going to do the same as this. We're going to get rid of this rectangle plus about a 1/2 inch, and then we're going to wedge both sides of it. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of both of these pieces. Oops. Okay. Now what I want you to do is get any small circle punch you have and just put a little finger hole right on that one. Okay, and we're going to round the corners of the flap with the detailed trio punch. Okay, so that's what it should look like after you cut it. Okay, now we're just going to attach one piece of designer series paper on this strip that has the flap on it. Okay, and then these are 3 3/8 by 1 7/8, and I'm going to use liquid glue because we're going to be cutting a bunch of this off, so I want to make sure the rest of it is nicely adhered. Okay. All right, now we need our die from Tasteful Label dies, and we're just going to put it, just center it from side to side and top to bottom, and put some good tape on, because the first time I did this it moved and I had to do it again, so make sure it's down. I know it's harder to pull it up, but I don't want it sliding. All right, now what we're going to do to get this through is we're going to, let's do it on this side so I don't see it. We're going to fold over the side that doesn't have the flap. You might have to fold the flap, the top of the flap under, but we're just going to fold all of this side, okay? And that's how you want to put it through. And I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I just got it out. I'm going to unfold all these. Now this is going to have a mark on it. It's okay. What we're going to do is put this flap over it. We usually put the back flap over last, but we'll make an exception for this one. There's a mark on here. You could just put the DSP over it if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. Alright, and there you go. Okay, now we need some tear and tape, and we're going to put it on the skinny rectangle right close to the score line. Take it off. Okay, and then I'm going to fold the box over and fold the other side to meet it. What's going on here? It's got a little wonky, or I forgot to do this. Oh well, I forgot to burnish that. Alrighty, now this is going to be our top, so I'm just going to put this like this so it helps us keep the shape, the square shape of the box. Alright, and we're going to put the side flaps in. Okay, usually I put the back and then the top, the front. I'm going to put the front then the back because it has that mess from the die cutting on it. And I'm going to put tear and tape on both of these so that I get a good adhesion. Is that the right word? Adherence? I don't know. All right, so then we're gonna just push this down like that. And then just push this together just like that. And then open up your box and just push it down so that we get it nicely adhered. Adhered, that's the one we want. Okay, oops, I forgot to put my window sheet in, but that's okay. I usually do that. All right, so here's our window sheet that is the same as the DSP, 3 3/8 by 1 7/8. And I'm going to put glue dots as close to the corners as I can get. And I'm just going to roll it a little tiny bit and put it as close to the side as I can get, because I don't want it to show in the window. Just going to roll it back just a little bit and then put it down on the side. Okay, just because it's really long, I didn't want to just do the 4 corners. And normally your box would be out flat and you can just press this on, but I'm going to reach in and push it on. Okay. And there's our box. All right, now let's put the rest of the DSP on. Okay, now we're going to do some stamping, and I'm just going to notice which way everything is on my punch when I'm stamping it. All right, we need polished pink. Okay, and we're going to place our berry on the paper upside down so it's easiest for us to cut with the punch. I'm going to stamp off once onto scrap and stamp onto my basic white. And we need 2 of these. So I'm going to stamp it in the ink, stamp off onto scrap, and stamp it on. Okay, then I'm going to get the outline of the strawberry, and I'm going to use the full strength. Okay. And we also need, let me just cut these first. I screwed up. I should have done them a little bit farther apart. Let me see if I can get this in now. You could just attach this to another piece of paper and it would probably be much quicker and easier. But, okay. There's one strawberry. Here's another one, the other one. Okay. I might need some more basic white because we're cutting up a lot. Alright, then I'm going to do 3 of the flowers outlines in pink, in the pink. This is probably an error too. Let's just see. Yeah. Let's see. Maybe I can do this one first. No, it's not going to be good. Alright, that's one. Yeah, I'm just going to do all 3 separately. I've done this before. It's just been a while since everything's been in stock, so I've forgotten how to place them on my paper. Okay, now we have 3 of the pink flowers and the 2 strawberries. All right, anything else pink? No. Okay. Alrighty, I'm definitely going to be needing more. Okay, so now we need the strawberry toppers and some soft seafoam ink. Again, I'm going to, for the inside, I'm going to stamp on some scrap, and stamp on the basic white. Now this is, you know what? No, don't do that yet. Okay, then I'm going to go back with the outline. You okay, baby? And I'm just going to stamp that on. And then we can cut it. Okay, we need 1 more of those. I bet you it would be easier to do the outline first and then, because the seafoam is kind of hard to see. So I'm probably a little off, but that's all right. Okay, so now we have 2 of the tops. All right, now we need to stamp this, which we're going to fussy cut a bunch of the leaves and flowers out with. And that just goes full strength, soft seafoam. And we need 1 of the leaves. So I'm going to, first I'm going to stamp full with the full strength, and then I'm going to stamp the inside of the leaf stamped off. Good. Okay. And that's it for all our stamping. And I already have this piece cut out for us. And I'm just going to do this leaf. Fussy cut, I cut that. Okay, now that's it for the stamping and punching. Okay, now for the flowers, I want to get my mat. And since these flowers are pretty small, some of them, I'm just going to take the bigger end of my stylus for scoring, and I'm going to poke that in there. And the Stampin' Pierce mat. Okay. Alright, so first we're going to start with our regular leaf, and I'm going to put it right there with liquid glue. Okay. And then actually, let's just put these on. I'm going to get my silicone mat. Sorry about that. So that these won't stick to anything. I'm just going to put these right on the top of the strawberry, just like that. Alrighty. Now I'm going to put one of the, oops, this one, because that's the stem, one of the little leaves that we cut out, that I fussy cut from this stamp. Okay, and I'm going to put that like right here. Okay, now I'm going to get some dimensionals. And I'm going to put one berry down over here where we put our 2 leaves. Just right like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take my other strawberry and I'm going to put dimensionals on it also. I'm just going to stick the edge of it underneath that strawberry and push it down on there. Okay, so now it's time for some flowers. And we're going to use glue dots for these. Alrighty. And you probably, you know what, I'm just going to use this because I always tend to squish my flower down when I do that. Alright, I'm going to put one back here and another one in front of it. Like that. There we go, just like that. And then one of the small green ones. Just going to roll a little bit so that it doesn't stick out. I'm going to put that right in there with it. I'm going to put this pink one right down there. And the last 2 green ones right here and here. Stuck. Right there. Now I'm going to get my in color jewels and I'm going to put the pink ones in the pink and the green flowers, and I'm going to put the dark green ones in the middle of the pink ones. Okay. Now for the final touch, I'm going to use the Snail Mail ribbon twine combo pack, which is on sale right now, and it is retiring on the 30th while supplies last. And I'm just going to put them together, and I'm just going to tie a little bow. And I'm just going to put this bow right on that strawberry. These are a little long. Okay, and again, I'm going to just roll. Which side do I like best? This one. I'm just going to roll a glue dot so that it's not sticking out. And I'm going to put it right on the top of that strawberry right there. And we'll put our macaroons in the new box. And pink or purple would look good with this, I have to say. Or the red would look good with the brown, but they all look good. They're all delicious. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love it if you would subscribe and hit the like button. You can also hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. And if you would like to purchase any of these items from Stampin' Up, I am a Stampin' Up independent demonstrator, and I would love it if you needed a demonstrator, if you would pick me to buy from. My address is at the top of the screen, and all the details will be on my blog, and I will link that below. Also, if you have any questions, my email address will be linked below. Thank you so much for coming and watching my channel today, and I will see you next time. Bye.